Welcome to my first video that I do on this channel. Dear Esther, Landmark Edition. This is apparently a walking simulator, which vinx suggested to me for a first video. So I'm taking his advice on. I have no idea what to expect, so I guess I'm just going to start
I sometimes feel as
walking.
if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached remotely
Okay,
here.
well, there's a story
No
apparently.
matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness,
Okay.
have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Jump. This is a very decayed house. So, guess first video should maybe talk just a bit about myself. Hello, I am Ceth, or Ceth 2000, or most people just call me Ceth. I am vinx's youngest brother. Like him, I am autistic. Also like him, I will not ever be telling my name on the internet, so nor will I be sharing his name. Let's see. I'm a giant wimp. Well, let's just say I'm more easy to be frightened than vinx himself. If you have seen his horror games, yes, that is very his horror let's play, yes, that is very impressive. I do not like jump scares or horror of any kind. I am garbage in pressure, under pressure, so that is always fun. Oh yeah, I have very different interests when it comes to some games than vinx.
When you were born, your mother told me.
vinx is for the most part.
Side of your face.
Oh,
no one knew
sorry.
what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Well, from what I know, he likes some stealth games, he likes stories, he likes a lot of stuff. And we shared some interests then. We did share some interests, like Dungeons and Dragons. Very much Dungeons and Dragons. He taught me.
Along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
No clue why he suggested this to me. This is a very strange game. Let's see. Let's see. I think we're starting to do a podcast about just games, me and vinx. It's probably the first video you'll see me in, probably. I think that in the videos he recorded with me, stuff went very, very wrong. Let's see. It might also be weirder than vinx. But yeah. For the most part, you'll see me play some games that vinx has also played and maybe even has done some Let's Plays of. But there'll also be some other games. Like maybe even TF2 or Undertale. Games he probably wouldn't even touch, knowing him. But yeah. I have no clue where I'm going. Let's see. Oh yeah, my obsession with cola. That's also a good thing to notice. I am strangely obsessed with drinking cola. Cola Light. I think that's the only reason I'm awake right now. Could possibly be. Let's see. Well, actually, think. Well, I said earlier that this probably is the first time you will see me in, or his podcast will. I think vinx, by the time this goes up, should have already dropped a video about that I am sometimes making videos. I'm sometimes also going to be making videos. As we are both pretty busy people. We both have school things. Not a job or anything, but we definitely do have school. Which is annoying. It's an annoying thing, but
I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
okay. Let's see, what else is there? What was I saying?
They cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection. Or wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh. We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
I have no clue what I was saying when the story cut in. So, let's see. Another fact that I haven't told. Oh yeah, I'm what a lot of people would describe as somewhere between chaotic evil and lawful evil. Like in the Dungeons and Dragons sense. If you don't know what those means, look it up. It's pretty easy. Just type in Dungeons and Dragons alignment in Google or YouTube or anything like that. You'll find a video. Don't worry about it. So yeah, well, I can tell one thing that is pretty clear from that. I am not a good person. Not by any means. I can act nice, but I'm not. Actually, if you had played really close attention, you might have actually seen me in the comment section of some of Vinix's videos. Yes, I watch his videos, inspiration, stuff like that. He's my older brother. I like doing. He does things I like, so I watch him. Let's see, what else is new? Let's see. Oh, I hate stupid people. Just anti-vaxxers, flat earthers, all those fuckers. I hate them all. With a fiery passion. You could set me on fire first and then, if I was asked, would I be set on fire or would I be one of them, I would be set on fire in 2 seconds.
I met Paul.
Voluntarily, probably.
Made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Is there more, or am I able to talk now? Give me just a second. Might be more lore. No? Okay. So, let's see, what else here? Yes. Let's see. Arguments. I am sometimes good at them, sometimes bad at them. Depends what time I'm arguing with people. If it's like 4 AM, for example, I will be garbage. If it's against Vinix, it will also be garbage.
I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot win an argument against Vinix. It is virtually impossible because he has a way of spinning words so he sounds right. Sometimes he isn't. Sometimes I can call him out on his bull crap. And sometimes I cannot. I wouldn't bother if you tried. It's a bad idea. Let's see. Interests. I haven't talked about that yet. Comedy, mostly. I like things that make me laugh.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Let's see. I like things that make me laugh. Just smile in general. It's a bit of the whole thing that Vinix also has of not liking useless negativity. Sometimes when I'm annoyed, I do sometimes do it, but I try to avoid it at most costs. So yeah, you will, for the most part, not see me, like, be uselessly negative, just in general. Oh yeah, a fear of mine. Dark spaces. Dark, realistic spaces. Not as in dark as in dark lore or anything, because that is most of the lore I make for any media. Just any lore I make is most of the time dark. No, what I mean is visually dark. As in black. You cannot see anything. Well, it helps that I, for some reason, am able to spot some details in minimal light. But still, I do not like darkness. Just pure pitch black darkness is not something I enjoy. Except if it's a cola that is also pitch black dark, but that is something you drink. Or, let's see. I have a fascination with the ocean and all the things living in it. Yes, even those, everything in the deep dark. Just, yeah. No, I will not be playing any kind of Subnautica ever. I might like the ocean on planet Earth. That does not mean I like the ocean on that planet. I have played it, yes. Well, on creative mode. I did not enjoy it. I am terrified of those. Just a bit of a spoiler warning. Leviathans. They terrify the shoot out of me. Like, just a Leviathan roar. Just, if I hear it, I will just be packing my bags already. Take the entire base with me. I am out of there. I do not want to deal with a Reaper. Thank you very much. Let's see.
I've begun to wonder if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic as it was presented.
Ew. There I go, being
I'm disappointed not to have found the bones of the holy man. No wonder he hated the inhabitants so. To him, they must have seemed like barnacles mindlessly clinging to a mercy seat. Why cling so hard to the rock? Because it is the only thing that stops us from sliding into the ocean. Into oblivion.
Let's see. Yeah. I am easily scared. Not physically intimidating, not that you'll ever see that, but just saying that. Let's see. What else is new? Oh yeah, I'm highly skeptical. Skeptical? Is that a word? God, I'm Dutch, I don't know. I don't easily trust things. Might be some trust issues, don't know. Anyway, it's...
After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
So yeah, hell, I might even do some kind of video that Vinx used to do of a camera of his back with almost no skin showing and a hat on. Who knows, honestly. Like Vinx, I like walking.
I've begun my
What a
ascent on the
surprise.
slope of the western side. deep into the mountain from the shaft, and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
This looks like a stable to me. Let's see. Like Vinix, I like walking most of the time. Do it less than him, but I still do it from time to time. Let's see. I use the same microphone as him, so I think this audio quality might be good. Maybe? I have no clue, honestly.
Had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either. Three cormorants seen at dusk. They did not land. This house built of stone, built by a long-dead shepherd. Contents: my camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
What else is there? Let's see, what haven't I mentioned yet? I probably have the weirdest fear in the world. Not of spiders, not of snakes. We don't really get that in the Netherlands. No. My weird fear is being afraid of stairs with holes in them. Any kind of holes, just... If there's a hole in the staircase, I do not want to be in it. Let's see. Earlier I was talking about things I like. I think I remember that.
The result of some birth defect, or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Alright, let's get shortcuts. I was talking about things I like earlier. God, what do I like? Well, video games. I'll give anything, honestly, a shot, at least. Except horror games. Horror games are not something I'm willing to try. Anything but that.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain breakers crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Woo. Oh god, okay. Well then.
Did Jakobsen crawl this far? Can I identify the scratches his nails ruined into the rocks? Am I following him cell for cell, inch for inch? Why did he turn back on himself and not carry through to the ascent?
Is my spine broken? It seems not. Ow. Oh, am I not dead? That is quite a fall there. Should have broken something. I don't know, I was broken, I don't know. Okay. I enjoy snow very much because I prefer cold temperatures over warm temperatures. Like, a lot. See. Also, my birthday is somewhere around colder regions. Might not tell when exactly, probably not, but it's somewhere around.
The car looked like it had been dropped from a great height. The guts of the engine spilled over the tarmac, like water underground.
It's between the months of October and March. Somewhere between those. Somewhere there. Could be any of those. I am probably not telling which one it is. Just that it's somewhere there. Okay. Have I mentioned that I play D&D? Might not have. Well, play D&D is a bit of an overstatement. I'd like to be playing more D&D, but currently don't get a lot of chances. I have a personal D&D game, but well, let's just say it's hard to match up schedules from 2 different schools and 4 different people with all of them which all of them have different schedules. It's hard to find time, especially when most players are actually people who are pretty high education when it comes to well, okay, I have no clue how Americans do it, but here in the Netherlands we have what we call basis school, which is from let's see, I think it was 4 years old or something like that to 12. Give me a second. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No, if you become 4 or 5, I can't quite remember, but if you become one of those ages, you go to basis school. 4 that is kindergarten, of course, stuff like that. And then after you turn 11 or 12, depends how early you were born, you can go on to middle school, which is, well, there's 4 different stages. You have what we call kader, which is 4 years. Something called MAVO, which is 4 years. Something called HAVO, which is 5 years. And something called VWO, which is 6 years, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 6 years. Let's see. I am in MAVO. Vinx did. God, what did he do?
Black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
He did, I think it was, yeah, he did video, which, yeah, that took a while, but I'm doing the MAVO at the moment, which is 4 years, and then you go to whatever else is beyond that. I have not followed that yet, I am way too busy with the present. So yeah, I have no clue how any of that goes in other countries. Well, even in Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, the countries that border on ours, I have no clue. Let's see. Like Vinix, I'm garbage at language. Any kind. Not even my own one. Not even good at my own.
Where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Did I just trap myself? Okay. But yeah, I might be doing Behold Damascus. Might be needing a oh god, there is that's chemistry, I can tell. I think that's chemistry at least, looks like chemistry to me. Chemistry or physics. Yeah, chemistry, physics, or biology. Or computer sciences, I have no clue. Away from being a city. And oh, I have no clue what that said. Let's see. So yeah, no clue where it was. Terrible at staying on topic, like Vinix as well. He is also very bad at that. Fun fact, he is... well, he keeps spaces in between his words, but you couldn't tell that from his videos. Okay, dangerous. You feeling lucky, punk? No, but I will definitely playing. Well, most likely I'll be playing. What's it called? Story about my uncle. Maybe some Undertale, maybe some TF2, maybe even some Sims 4 if I get around to it. Who knows? But yeah, you can expect. Well, a whole bunch, well, a lot. I am not particularly picky when I play. Am I dead? Am I a dead man? Am I a dead person? Am I a dead Areno? I have no clue. Is there lore coming up? Is this another 6 bit? I have no clue. So yeah. Who knows, man? This might become a hobby to me as well. Ester. Am I dead now? Am I officially a dead boy? Or girl? Esther sounds like a girl name, I think. Am I dead? Good question. Why am I asking myself that? Oh, just not in front of an audience. Let's see.
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white
See,
lines into the sky.
I have to deal
Shouted
with
their
Vinx's.
calls, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Let's see, what else do I like? Oceans. I'm fond of the smell of them. Well, let's just say my nose is always stuffy, so I have troubles smelling things.
I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceilings.
Actually, who knows? While Vinx does his Halloween thing of
still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
I was right, it was chemistry. But yeah. While Vinx might be doing his thing of Spooky's jump scare mansion, I might be doing something else a little less horror-y, but still with the whole Halloween thing. I might be doing like things like Scream Fortress.
I made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Okay, but I might be doing Scream Fortress, which is Team Fortress 2's Halloween event, because I am quite fond of the game. I wanted to play it ever since I saw Vinx play it, and then I wasn't old enough to. Allah, it's from heaven. Phone around, shown around him. And he fell to the ground. Okay. But yeah, I am fond of the game. I wanted to play it ever since I was like, oh God, how old was I? Like 10? I think it was 10 or something like that. stupid young. Not old enough to play it. I wanted to play it for way too fucking long. And when I finally got the chance to, because it wouldn't run on the family computer, but when I finally got the chance to on my own computer, I sincerely enjoyed it, and still do so to this day. Let's see. Oh wow, we're getting close to the lighthouse.
The pain in my
What
legs
was I
sent me
talking
blind
about
for a few
again?
minutes as I struggled up the cliff
Oh yeah.
path.
Earlier I
swallowed
was
another
talking
handful of
about.
painkillers, and now I feel almost lucid. The island around me has retreated to a hazed distance, whilst the moon appears to have descended into my palm to guide me. I can see a thick black line of infection reaching for my heart from the waistband of my trousers. Through the fugue, it's all the world like the path I have cut from the lowlands towards the aerial.
Steve, go home, you're drunk. But yeah. See. Oh yeah, I was talking about my unableness to smell. Is that a word? I have no clue if that is a word. That sounds like a word to me, but I have no gosh darn clue. I am very unable to smell.
Folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
But yeah, I am very much unable to smell most things unless it's very strong. Like, like the ocean. The ocean is a very smellable thing for me. It's salty, which is the only thing I smell when I'm near the ocean.
Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Am I going to be sacrificed to the devil? This looks like I'm being sacrificed to the devil. Anyway, God, what else will I be doing? Let's see.
Returning to my car
Luckily,
afterwards,
my inability to see without glasses won't be a
goodbye
problem.
to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air.
Yes, how do I say this? Cuckoo. Like medic. Cuckoo. But yeah, I will be doing some same games, some different games. Basically anything that I might be willing to try and have the equipment to. God, if I even get a chance to get, what's it called, one of those recorders for 3DS, I might even be doing some, what's it called, Utopia games. Other games that no one, I have games that no one has ever heard of. So, might be fun doing those. So, yeah. Let's see. Am I there yet? No, almost there. Yeah, sorry.
Blind with panic.
Like
Death
very late. Let's see here.
Heart stopped on the road
So-
to Damascus. Paul sat at the roadside, hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull. As useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goat herd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sanford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
He is going insane. That's the only way I can describe it. He is going absolutely insane. But yeah, I am very tired at the moment. I'm recording this at midnight. I might be recording quite a lot of videos. Just in general in the coming few days, because school is kind of going easy on me.
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate.
Ew.
Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jacobson? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jacobson flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Oh, I'm dead. I am super fucking dead. By the way, I have no control over this. I am not even holding any, I am not holding my keyboard, I'm not pressing any buttons, I am not holding my mouse, this is none of my doing. This is a fucking swan, okay. Is it a camera or something? What is in the world is going on? So, yeah. Also, some other things I just thought of that I actually quite like. MLP. Yes, I am, like my brother, a big fan of My Little Pony. It is pretty great. It's a good thing for positivity, stuff like that. Also, on the completely different scale, has been Hotel. Any of you ever heard of that? It's great. Watch it. Also, Helpful Bossman. It's the same universe. Yeah. Basically, I like a lot of stuff. Anyway, I think this is the end of Dear Esther, so... Yep. This has been the end of Dear Esther, a walking simulator. Still no clue why he recommended this to me, but I kind of had fun. I think this was just so I could introduce myself, tell me what I like, tell me what I dislike, tell me what I'm scared of, tell me a little bit about me. Yeah, mostly that kind of things. Those kind of things, just anything that I want to talk about. What kind of games I might be playing in the future. So, yeah. Should I play anything else? If anyone wants to see something from me, if it's free, just comment. Just comment. If you want to see it, comment. God, I don't think he ever does that. Oh well. For everything there's a first, I guess. This is probably going to be a new hobby for me, because I actually had quite a bit of fun. So... who knows? Yeah. And I think that is the end of the credits as well, so... yeah. None of the music was ours, of course, so, yeah, this was the end of Dear Esther, Landmark Edition. So, this has,